Here she is, a little baby. She loves a good stroke. She's just woken up. She wakes up about 5:30, just before it gets dark, and that's normally when I give her cage a clean out of the food that she didn't eat. And she's got used to that routine now, so she comes and forces her head under my hand. Normally I wouldn't have my hands anywhere near the mouth of a loris, but she's such a little sweetie, and she obviously wants a little bit of love, don't you, baby? Huh? Don't you? Hmm? Yeah. And you can see that right eye's quite clouded. Her left eye, it's not bad. She can definitely see out of it, but how well, I don't know. Certainly not 100%. You're stretching out, are you? There you go. And even under a chin, you know, again, normally you wouldn't get anywhere near a loris's mouth, but she likes a bit of love. And I promised myself a while back that I'd try to keep contact to a minimum, because obviously she's a wild animal, and I always hoped that she would be released back in the wild, so we don't want her to feel comfortable with people. But with her sight so limited, I doubt that she can be released in the wild. So that would mean a sanctuary. So I'm giving her what she wants at the moment, which is a bit of love. There you go. Oh, is that nice, baby? Is that nice? Huh? Nice. Such a softie, aren't you, eh? Such a little softie. Now, shall we get your food, eh? Let's get your food sorted out for you. And she really likes eggs, the quail eggs, which is good because it gives her a bit of protein that she's missing by not having the insects. And I've also found out she likes to chew on we've got a mango tree in the garden, and the lorises like to chew on the bark and attempt to get sap out of trees that have flowers, fruit, basically. So I break off some mango tree branches and put them in for her to chew on. And she has a good chew on them each night as well. But she's still missing out on the insects that she would normally have in the wild. But I was pleased when she started eating the quail eggs, because that's replacing them a little bit. It's still not perfect. She loves banana and sweet corn, but she'll eat cabbage, mango she likes, papaya, cucumber, cauliflower, and broccoli even. But her favourite is sweet corn. She always goes for that first. Don't you, baby? Eh? Yes, you are, little baby. Hmm? Okay, I'm going to switch off now and get her food sorted out. Yeah. There you go. Is that enough? Huh? Look at that. You big softie. Oh. She's so cute. And you can see why people would like to keep them as pets. But they're not animals that should be kept as pets. She sleeps during the day, wakes up at night, hunts for the bits of food to hide around the cage, climbs around a little bit, gets some exercise, and then before dawn she's back in her little box right at the top on the roof of her cage, and she sleeps there all day. So really they're not appropriate for pets at all. Apart from the fact that their bite is venomous. Not strongly, but enough to cause problems. Such a little softie. Okay, I'm going to switch off. And I'm still wary about her mouth. I do keep an eye on it, because you never know. And I've been bitten once by a loris, and it was not a nice experience. Okay. Go on. Just got to clean out the other little bits from her cage. Hello, little baby. Isn't that great? She's getting fur on her face as well. Just give her a little stroke. There you go. Oh, little baby bear, aren't you, eh? Oh, yes, I know. She loves her ears stroked, don't you, eh? Don't you, baby? Don't you, baby? You love your ears stroked. There we go. Is that nice? She likes stroke so much she'll even stop eating. Won't you, eh? Look at that. Oh, little baby. There you go. I must admit, I'm still very wary of her mouth. Oh, but she is such a little cutie. And as you can see, that left eye here is okay. The right one, a little bit gunged up. I've got to take her out every couple of days and clean it, but it really stresses her out, so that's why I only do it every couple of days. It's not infected or anything, it's just, I suppose the way it's healed hasn't healed perfectly, so it's a little bit gungy. But she's doing ever so well. She loves mango, very ripe mango, and very ripe bananas, but also a bit of cabbage, and broccoli, cucumber, sweet corn, definitely one of her favourites, papaya, so a lot of fruits. I was very lucky, we had a wasp's nest in the mango tree at the top of the garden, which New cleared out for us, Lan's brother cleared out for us, and it wasn't good enough to really, or big enough to get the honey out of, but she loved it. And it was good because she's getting the, you can see that right eye's a little bit gunged. I think I might have to take her out and clean that tonight. Of course she's getting the protein as well from the larva and everything else, as well as the honey, and she would happily hang upside down for an hour, chomping on this honeycomb, complete with larva in. You can see that she really loves some mango. Isn't she the sweetest thing? I actually think she could well, I don't know, it'll be up to Phil really. I mean, he's the expert on stuff like this. I'm the total beginner compared to Phil, but she's definitely a lot more aware, and her sight is a little bit better than possibly I originally thought it would be. So maybe she can be released in the wild. But like I say, I'll leave that up to Phil to decide. And maybe she's better off at the sanctuary. I don't know. But she is the sweetest little thing. But like I said before, I'm still very wary of her mouth. I've been bitten once, and it hurt like shit. And slightly venomous as well, which doesn't help. I think the loris is the only venomous mammal in the world. I'm not quite sure. There might be two. If there are more, there certainly aren't very many. Incredibly rare to have a venomous mammal. But you get really stuck into that mango. I almost threw it out because it's too ripe for the birds, for the parrots. But I was just about to throw it out, then I remembered I was getting her food, the loris's food ready. I thought, oh, actually, she likes the really ripe stuff, as you can tell. I'm going to clean your eye a bit later, sweetheart, so get yourself full first and relaxed. I'll be out later with a big towel to wrap you up and clean that eye up a little bit. She's looking at me. Little baby. Little baby bear, Jay. Never mind, lots more. I have like, where are we? Things dotted about. Bit of greenery stuck in a tree there, and another little bit stuck there, and a couple of bowls down the bottom. It's not a huge cage, but at least she gets a little bit of exercise, sort of hunting for her food. She really needs a bigger cage though. I've got the wood and I'll be making one. It's going to be maybe 6 foot square. And if she has to go to the wildlife sanctuary, then it just means I've got another big cage for in case it's ever needed. And this is Dolores' new cage. I still have a couple of locks to figure out, but on the whole, she's quite thrilled with it. She's been in this cage for about 4 days now, 4 or 5 days, and she even has a nice little basket house there. It's a bedroom, I suppose you call it. It's focusing on, there we go. Although sometimes she likes to sleep behind it, and I don't know whether you can see one little leg sticking out at the back here. Where are we? Just here. So sometimes she sleeps inside, sometimes out, but there's a lot more to keep her stimulated mentally. One eye is almost completely gone. We're not sure, but maybe 80% gone. And the other eye is maybe 40% okay, but stuck in a cross-eyed position. But it's enough for her to be able to see basic shapes and things. And with this cage, she's got a lot of stuff to feel out and plan, do a plan in her head so she knows where she is and where things are. At the moment I'm making it fairly easy for her. I'm just putting a couple of things. Oh, it's a bit dirty there, we've got flies in, so I need to get that cleaned out. In some containers I put some food in around there, so she's got to climb around to find things. Let me just get her open, get a better view of the inside. And I've got some little cup things here which I put little snacks in as well. Again, just to give her something to do, to explore. The ground is full of dead leaves and things, trying to mimic what would normally be there. And to make things easy, I always give her an alternative in the bowl. I put some food in there for it to get easy. And the reason I'm out now is just to give her cage a clean. But she seems pretty comfortable with it. Lots of things to keep her busy and stimulate her mentally. Enrichment things, we would call them in the parrot world. And she's doing ever so well. She's a little sweetie, actually. So I just thought I'd give an update on this latest cage that she's in.